What's good, everybody? BDJ here. Going to be talking about Monday Night Raw, specifically the main event, Last Monster Standing, Braun Strowman against Bronson Reed. They tore the house down in this match. Table spots, barricade spots, spots on the stairs, just everything you could imagine between two monsters. And when this feud first got started, I ain't gonna lie with y'all, I didn't really have a lot of hope. I thought it was really gonna be WWE just feeding Braun Strowman to Bronson Reed and just having him put him over. This feud's really helped Braun Strowman get back to being more important as well. Because let's be honest, I mean, yes, he had the injury that kept him out for a minute, but like even before then and after, he just really hasn't been doing nothing of importance. Like there was a while I forgot Strowman was even there, even before the injury. Like he was just a guy who would show up once in a while, run around the ring, do his little choo-choo train thing, slam somebody, and that was it. And this feud, to me, put him back on the map and showed he could still do some awesome work. Say what you want about Braun Strowman. I know he's had heat for what he said outside the ring and stuff like that, but this feud's been spectacular. It's really elevated both guys, not just Bronson Reed. And it's just an old school feud, just two big guys just tearing each other apart, putting each other through vehicles and tables and barricades, and just a battle of monsters. And it's awesome to see the way Triple H booked this feud. I give nothing but praise for it. And if this match is the end of this feud, awesome way to end it, because this last Monster Standing was a blast to watch because it's just destroying everything. Strowman chokeslam through the announce table. You saw a tsunami, obviously. They went through the barricade. I think they did another table spot. Like they just beat the living heck out of each other as a last man standing or last monster standing should be. And they went about 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously, commercials get in the way sometimes with WWE, which sucks. They usually have like two or three commercial breaks in the main event. But these two, nothing to be ashamed of at all from either side. I hope this makes WWE do a little bit more with Strowman. I don't ever see Strowman being a world champion in WWE, but he still can be in some memorable, spots or feuds down the line. So I hope they really, that Triple H sees this and goes, you know what? Let's try to book Braun Strowman in some more important stuff going forward. And then Bronson Reed, both guys broke the ring to end the match, and then they're both trying to get up, and then out comes Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins is back. He does a curb stomp on the stairs. I think the ref was like at an 8 or 9 count at this point. And then Braun Strowman gets up, and he is the winner of the last monster standing. Just an awesome match, man. I enjoyed it. The last 2 weeks of Raw's main events have been awesome. I really do think they've had just main events that get you invested. And that's not always the case with WWE. Sometimes they have main events that are just kind of like, middle, not really too exciting. But these last 2 weeks, I've had zero complaints. So it looks like going forward, we're going to get Bronson Reed and Seth freaking Rollins, which is the right move. Obviously, he destroyed Seth Rollins, took him out of action for a minute. And hopefully, Seth Rollins is back. Obviously, I'm about to talk about his back. Seth Rollins is back. But hopefully, now that Seth Rollins is back, he's healthy a little bit more. I know he's had that back issue for a while. He hasn't really got the surgery for it. He's had the knee issues. It's really just been unfortunate. Rollins has battled some injury, but he's a soldier. He still went out at Mania and competed. He still's had some awesome matches despite his injuries. So I give him all the credit in the world. And it's just awesome to see him back. And this is a, really big feud for Bronson Reed, but also a great feud for him, because it's like, even if he loses the feud 2-1 to Seth Rollins, if he gets a win over Seth Rollins, that's still a big deal. So we'll have to see what WWE does with this feud going forward. I mean, Bronson Reed, it's awesome to see him get his opportunity to really shine, because he's a good worker. He's a beast. I saw some of his work in TNA when he got released and went over there for a while, and his work in NXT, if you haven't seen, was awesome there. So he's finally getting an opportunity to face a big time name on the main roster and Seth freaking Rollins. And it's always a big deal when WWE trusts you against one of their main stars. So it's obvious Triple H sees big things in Bronson Reed. He's let him and Strowman go out there and put on a show. And Seth Rollins has always been a guy who is not afraid to make others look great. I mean, he's like Will Ospreay. It don't matter who or what he's facing, it's going to be a great match. And I think this feud against Bronson Reed is going to he's going to make Bronson Reed like he did when Bronson Reed first destroyed him in the ring with all them tsunamis. He's going to have a match against him and really let Bronson Reed show what he can do in like a main event feud, or like a feud against a main event star, I should say. So that's always great to see. And we'll have to see where it goes, because this is going to be a feud that's probably going to last at least a few months, I would say. We'll have to see what the plan for Rollins is a Survivor Series. But I mean, I'm all for this feud. I think it's a great feud for both sides. It's good to get Rollins away from Punk and Drew for a while and then go back to that. They'll definitely probably do him and Punk at Mania. We'll have to see, though. So, all in all, awesome Raw. Love the main event. So, what did you guys think of the main event? Did you guys like it? Was your guys' cup of tea? Let me know in the comments. Peace.